is Dunlop, always ahead.
Looking ahead, thinking ahead, going ahead. Dunlop Ahead, 89, zipping ahead, zooming ahead, staying ahead. Dunlop Ahead, 89, ahead, 89. Welcome, friends, the Dunlop world is you. It's so exciting to be together with you. We come together from way across the mile. It's good to greet old friends with funny smiles. Together, we've got a good thing going. Together, we've got a good thing growing. We've got a good thing going together. We will never stand still. We're going ahead. We always will. Growing up together. Dunlop Ahead, 89, ahead, 89. Getting ahead, racing ahead, speeding ahead. Dunlop Ahead, 89, ahead, 89. It's time to take a look at all the things we've done. A time to look ahead to what more we have to do. We had a dream to share, and you made it come true because you really care. Dunlop Ahead, 89, ahead, 89. Dunlop Ahead, 89, ahead, 89. Zipping ahead, zooming ahead, staying ahead. Dunlop Ahead, 89, ahead, 89. Dunlop Ahead, 89, ahead, 89. Dunlop Ahead, 89, ahead, 89.
John Boyd Dunlop invented the pneumatic tire. A tire that has, in over a century, traveled far, making an invaluable contribution to progress worldwide. In 1898, Mr. Dunlop's invention arrived in India, and by 1926, the Dunlop Company was incorporated at Bombay. Since then, there's been no looking back. Today, Dunlop India has the largest tire and rubber factory in the whole of Asia, and has proved time and again its pioneering strength through a series of innovations. Perhaps one of the company's greatest innovations was the introduction of the Dunlop Tire Service Center in 1980. A whole new concept in customer service, and the only one of its kind in India even now. Soon, Dunlop points followed. And today, over 110 Dunlop tire service centers and Dunlop points contribute to 1/3 of the turnover of the tire division of the company. Yes, gentlemen, all of you have made an invaluable contribution to the company's growth. And that's why we are here today, to pay tribute to your untiring efforts and support. Which is the main reason why Dunlop is Dunlop, always ahead. 1988 saw another landmark in the company's history. Dunlop became a part of the internationally renowned Chabria Group, a worldwide conglomerate with a diverse and impressive range of business interests. Under the dynamic leadership of Mr. M.R. Chabria, there is no doubt that the group will reach greater heights. And with it, Dunlop will remain Dunlop, always ahead. Yes, Dunlop is big, successful, and going places, thanks to you, our valued friends. Our relationship with you goes back a long way, sometimes spanning generations. Take Captain Jaswant Singh of Lucknow, whose bond with Dunlop remains close even after his retirement from business. Right from the 50s, he has never dealt with any other tire company. Today, his sons manage Dunlop showrooms at Kanpur and Lucknow, and his son-in-law runs a Dunlop point at Meerut. Dunlop stays in the family. With Palani Swami, as with Dunlop, service comes first. Running a customer-oriented business is his strong point and makes sound business sense. His automobile garage at Coimbatore is one of the largest in the country. Dunlop's concept of a tire business based on customer service struck a chord in his service-oriented heart, and he sent his nephew, Royappan, to the USA for training on tire service equipment. Having imported the entire range of tire service equipment, Royappan is happy that he can now offer his customers one of the most up-to-date service facilities in the country. And Palani Swami's confidence in Dunlop has paid off. Dunlop is service. Excellent service. From a bus conductor to one of the largest tire dealers in coastal Andhra, Pattabhiramaya of Vijayawada has indeed come a long way. His first contact with Dunlop was in 1984, when he owned 2 buses. Within a year, his association strengthened to the extent that he opened a Dunlop tire service center and a Dunlop point in Vijayawada in 1985. He has brought his sons into the Dunlop fold, and they too deal only with Dunlop. Like father, like son. Dunlop means success. It was easy for B.M. Prasanna to step into his father's shoes and take over the business at the early age of 19, because he knew he was dealing with a friend, Dunlop. A friend that his father had advised him to stay with always. A friend he was proud to introduce to his brother, Ravi, who now runs one of the most successful Dunlop Tire Service Centres at Bangalore. Not to be left out, the youngest of the family, Prakash, is also fully committed to the Dunlop tradition. Once a Dunlop man, always a Dunlop man. Juzair Amin of Nagpur is the youngest in a family engaged in a flourishing petroleum and transport business. Juzair Bhai ventured to make his mark outside the family business, putting his money on tires and his faith in Dunlop. He is now the largest tire dealer in Nagpur. It's a good life with Dunlop. L.P. Shah's association with Dunlop goes back a long way through his garage and gas distribution business in Calcutta. When the concept of tire service centres was discussed, Lalit Bhai was not convinced that it was the right business to be in. Today, he is the first to admit that he was wrong. He sells the largest number of Dunlop tires in Calcutta and is the president of the Calcutta Tire Dealers Association. With Dunlop, you're always on the right track. After Sardar Devan Singh put in 30 years of service as a Dunlop employee, it was only natural for his son, Sardar Charni Singh, to strengthen the tie by starting a Dunlop Tire Service Centre at Jalandhar. He has never looked back since. With Dunlop, the bond grows stronger over the years. In Bhopal and Madhya Pradesh, Dunlop is strongly identified with Sardar Raghuveer Singh Bindra, affectionately known as Papaji. He was one of the first to open a Dunlop Tire Service Centre and has led the way for 8 of his friends to join hands with Dunlop in Madhya Pradesh. Put your money on Dunlop and you'll come out a winner. Narpat Mehta of Jodhpur can proudly boast of 5 decades of association with Dunlop. His Dunlop Point is the pride of Jodhpur. Today, his son Sheru actually runs the showroom, but his father's heart is never far from the Dunlop Point. Dunlop runs in the blood. Yes, Dunlop is people. Dunlop is you. Each and every one of you. And we look forward to a long and continuing association with you, the people who have shared our growth over the years. You have made our achievements possible, and together we will achieve more, much more. For we all know that Dunlop is Dunlop, always ahead.
nation far behind.